Today we are getting into the fun stuff. We are picking, or at least sampling, some scents. All of the scents I have today are from Candle Science. I did purchase these with all of my own money. They have no idea who I am. I know that is crazy. Maybe one day they will. But in any case, I'm excited to get in these scents and give them a sniff and see if it's love at first whiff, if you will. The goal is to try to pick out about 6 scents for my signature collection of home fragrance. So I'm excited to give these a try and thought it would be fun to bring you guys along. If you already have a good scent in mind, that's just your drop dead favorite scent, I want to hear about it below, whether it's just a single scent or a scent blend that's your favorite. Drop it in the comments below so we can talk about what's good out there. Let's give these a try. I've put my hair back. I've got my coffee, my second cup. Baby's taking a nap. Let's see if we can get this done. I have our scents set up here in no particular order or organization. I literally dumped them out of the box and onto this countertop here. So let's get into it. Let's check them out. And I will put the fragrance notes somewhere on the screen for you. That way maybe you can kind of get an idea, but maybe if you're a candle maker, you might even recognize some of these and be able to tell me if you love it. And if you burn it in your own home, etc. So let's see what the first one smells like. This one is Golden Hour. Again, these are all approved for candles and soap and all provided by Candle Science. Take me to the beach. This smells like that suntan oil that I can't use because I'm basically like so white that I'm almost transparent and highly prone to skin cancer, but it smells like that. Definitely reminds me of summer. Definitely one that I'd like to consider. Black Currant and Jasmine. I bet this is going to be one of those more gourmand scents. You know what I'm saying? Kind of sweet. It's actually not. It's kind of fruity. Definitely not as heavy as I thought. It's a little sweet, but not overbearing. Kind of luxurious. I like it. The jasmine maybe balances it out a little bit. Smells pretty good. I like that one. You know, I had heard that gourmand, like very sweet scents, are like having a minute right now, but we'll see. I'm into like classic clean scents, but let me know what you guys think. This one, by the way, is green tea and lemongrass. I apologize, I forgot to mention. Smells like energy. Smells like just you're having the best day. The sun is shining and the grass has been cut recently. There's fresh citrus on the trees. It almost gives me goosebumps. I love that. It's fresh. Amazing. I definitely want to consider this one too. What I'm going to do is start setting out like maybe like groups of scents that are similar to each other. That way we can try to narrow things down. After we've done this first run through, we can try to narrow down to, again, I'm going to try to do 6 signature scents. And I already have like ideas in mind for those signature fragrances and the story behind those. So I'm trying to stick to that. That's a really nice goal for me, I believe, to work towards. So we're going to try to group them. And if we are lucky, we will come out with 6 front runners, and we'll be using those in our pour test, which will be coming up soon. Let's see. Cedarwood and, no, I apologize. Cedarwood Blanc. Bet it's going to be fresh. Let's see. Who doesn't love cedar? Oh my gosh. It smells like the pergola that I have in my backyard when it came out of the box when we bought it. When my husband watches this video, he'll be yelling, "It's a gazebo." He's right. It is a gazebo. It's not a pergola, and it's beautiful. He did an amazing job picking this thing out and constructing it. Yeah, this is a great scent. I love this. Super fresh. I don't know what the other notes are. I will take a look, and obviously you'll be seeing them on the screen somewhere, but great fresh scent. I love that one. Cashmere Plum. Let's see if this is that gourmand scent that I've been waiting for. Mmm. Mmm. Sweet still. It's juicier than the black currant and jasmine. Yeah. Juicy. Definitely smell the plum. Smells like smells like pies almost. Like I'm in a cottage in the middle of the woods and there's a beautiful sweet pie on the windowsill. It's kind of what that one smells like. Definitely I would put in the juicy or fruity category. Moraccan Cashmere. Smells like linen, but musky. Linen, but make it musky. You know what I'm saying? It's not like bounce sheets or fresh linen. It's more sophisticated than that. I could even imagine this one as like a body fragrance. Yeah, it's like that fresh but alluring smell. That one's great. We got quite the little group of fresh scents over here. White Orris and Sandalwood. Can you tell I have a type? How am I going to choose? This one's way lighter. Doesn't smell super musky. Definitely a little bit more floral, a little bit more feminine. So I may say this one is more floral, and we'll put that on in a group on its own because we're definitely looking for a little bit of a scent with a floral aftertaste, if you will. Neroli and white jasmine. Raise your hand if you love jasmine. Oh, she smells like jasmine, okay? Yeah, it reminds me of being on our back porch in Florida where we lived before we moved here to Utah. We had Confederate jasmine growing on these trellises right outside of our screen porch. And they just give off the most beautiful fragrance. Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, if you love jasmine, great, great scent. Rosemary and sage. Let's see. Yeah. It's more rosemary than sage, but it's very much rosemary. That one's not a very complex scent. I still think it smells great. I think this one would be better maybe for like mixing with another scent later on because it's just maybe not complex enough for what I'm looking for this time around, but very fresh. Velvet vanilla. She's got to be very sweet. She's got to be gourmand. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fresh baked sugar cookies right out of the oven. Smells great. For a gourmand scent, which is not really like my favorite. As you can tell, all the scents mostly I've picked are like fresh scents, but this one for a sweeter, like smells like cookies or batter or something like that, it's nice. It's very like straightforward, if you will. Apple harvest. I know we just went through fall like 3 months ago, but there's nothing like a juicy apple scent. Yeah. I don't think we'll be using this go around in our signature line, but Gonna be great for mixing at some point. I love the juicy smell. It reminds me of my bachelorette party or my bachelorette trip, if you will. We went to the mountains in Georgia, Blue Ridge, and we love it there. I love it there. It's one of my favorite places to visit, and there is a orchard there that we visited, and they have a gift shop with, of course, apples and tons of apple products, and we just loved milling around in that store, and yeah, it reminds me of that trip and such fond memories. To the fruit category you go. We only have 2 left here. I went through this pretty quick. Citrus and sunshine. Yeah. Smells like oranges. Smells like sunshine. And blossoms on the trees. It's not overtly sweet. It's pretty fresh. Still gonna say it's fairly fruity. We're gonna put it in this category. And how could you not try white tea? So clean. Smells like a fancy hotel. Yeah. You ever been in a fancy hotel, like specifically some of the ones in Las Vegas, and you walk in from outside where it's just like dirty and hot and disgusting, and you walk into the hotel lobby and you're like, where am I? It's that signature scent. I'm not saying it's white tea for them, but they work very hard to make that atmosphere welcoming and embracing, and white tea reminds me of that. It reminds me of just walking into a lobby off the street in Las Vegas and being like, oh, thank goodness I made it to the hotel. Oh. Yeah, classic scent, great scent. Definitely will be a front runner. Gotta say, this is crazy that we've got mostly fresh scents. I'm gonna have to break this down a little bit more because, as you can see, we only have 5 categories here. So what are we gonna do? I'll have to do a second round of sniffing to see which ones are going to make it into our first round of testers, which I'll be pouring very soon. It was fun to get a first whiff of these scents. I definitely feel like there's some strong contenders here, and I'm so excited to get them into some hot wax and get them into some vessels and start some burn tests so we can see what the hot throw is like, how the cold throw is, and of course, make sure that we've got our oil concentrations correct as well. As you might guess, things can smell so different once you get them into the wax, and this is a new journey for me too. So I'm going to be learning so much about that as we go. It's all going to be trial and error, but I'm so stoked to be moving on to the next process soon with some of these. We may end up having to pick up a few more scents because we've got kind of a lot in the same scent profile over here, but I'll let you guys know if I end up picking up some new scents and kind of let you in on those. But what I want to know is what your favorite scents are. Leave some comments down below. Which one do you pick up year after year in a certain season? Your all-time favorite just makes you feel good scent, or even better, the one that you love so much you'd buy for a friend. Throw those opinions down below and we can start a little conversation about it, because as I mentioned before, this brand that we're starting is for you. It's not just about my memories, it's about yours. I want to celebrate all the big stories in your life, all the unique events that have happened, and your beautiful memories that remind you of how amazing your life is and how loved and seen you are as a woman. So definitely drop those down below. I want to get you guys involved. This brand is for you. I hope you'll pop in next time. Thanks again for spending your time here. I'll see you again soon.